tens of millions were under simultaneous tornado and flash flood warnings on the evening of August 20 as a single severe storm system that had already flooded streets and stranded cars spun up funnel clouds, radar-indicated tornado warnings, a building collapse and ground stops across the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. The watches stretched from Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia through New Jersey and Pennsylvania, described as lasting about another couple hours into the evening and expiring around 10 p.m. Eastern. New York City's flash flood window ran 5:30 to 9:30 p.m., overlapping exactly when funnel clouds were reported, and Newark and the broader New York City and Philadelphia corridor braced for torrential rain and isolated tornadoes. At one point, 2 radar-indicated tornado warnings were active, affecting Ohio, Kentucky, Wisconsin, and Maryland, noted as radar indications not confirmed on the ground. More than 10 million people were covered by flash flood warnings that evening, including New York City, while tens of millions more were under tornado watches at the same time. The overlap that put roads, rails, and airports under pressure at once, with ground stops reported. Rain already on the ground made the warnings immediate. More than 4 inches fell in Ohio, with about 4 inches near Columbus and in central Ohio, flooding that left vehicles stuck in rising water. Forecasts added up to 5 inches locally for the Northeast corridor, 1 to 2 inches overnight for New York City and Long Island, and another 3 to 5 inches in the next 3 days. The same system flooded streets in Brooklyn and across northern New Jersey and flooded New York City subway stations. A water spout east of New York City came onshore and became a tornado at Atlantic Beach on Long Island, destroying about 30 cabanas at the Sun and Surf Beach Club. At least 100 people were at the club at the time. Fire officials reported no serious injuries. The damage prompted a Nassau County state of emergency, with heavy rain bringing flash flooding and reported tornadoes across the broader Northeast, including Nassau County. In Dover, Delaware, a confirmed EF1 with peak winds of 105 miles per hour struck the Days Inn and the Super Lodge on North DuPont Highway, causing partial roof loss with debris scattered inside rooms and windows blown out. The entire Super Lodge was condemned, displacing occupants from 13 units, and 3 units at the Days Inn were precautionarily condemned, displacing 3 occupants. No injuries were reported from the motel damage, though 3 people were evaluated and 2 were transported for unrelated emergencies. The Red Cross assisted cleanup. Mayor Robin Christensen declared a state of emergency Thursday night that was lifted early Friday morning, August 21, to allow operations to resume. In southern Pennsylvania, the survey confirmed 2 tornadoes. The damage south of Wrightsville around Eastern York High School was confirmed as a tornado described as an EF2 with winds to 120 miles per hour pending final rating from the State College Weather Office, with sections of roof ripped off, HVAC equipment damaged, and the auditorium significantly damaged with part of its roof torn and wall bricks shifted. No injuries were reported at the school and no closure had been announced for classes scheduled to start August 26. At 4:30 p.m., a separate EF1 with maximum winds estimated at 100 miles per hour touched down in Columbia, Lancaster County, where the 3-story former Keystone Fire Company building on North 4th Street partially collapsed, a second-story wall falling onto a neighboring store with the roof torn off. 1 minor injury was reported in the Lancaster County area. Mayor Leo Lutz declared a state of emergency Thursday, ratified by Lancaster County Commissioners on August 21, who also issued a disaster declaration to distribute resources. A shelter was initially opened and later moved to the Manor Church in Lancaster, while the York County Office of Emergency Management collected damage reports for potential Small Business Administration and Federal Emergency Management Agency assistance as the State College Office finalized ratings and path links. The warnings covered the corridor from Washington to Philadelphia through New Jersey into Pennsylvania and New York, while the same system had already dropped more than 4 inches near Columbus and left flood impacts from Brooklyn and northern New Jersey south to street-level power line damage in Dover and building damage in Lancaster and York counties. The same day carried concurrent extremes elsewhere. Midwest flooding continued while about 60,000 customers were without power in northwest Indiana and wind damage was reported in Alabama. From Oklahoma to Florida, a scorching heat wave brought record temperatures with heat indices of 109 degrees in Dallas and 111 degrees in New Orleans. Flood and tornado response in the East and Midwest on the same calendar day as extreme heat in the South. A separate tropical depression developed south of Hawaii on the same track as Hurricane Lala from the prior week. It was described as a tropical depression with a chance to become a tropical storm within 24 hours, forecast to reach near hurricane intensity around 60 miles per hour and to bring 5 to 10 inches of rain to the Big Island. What remains unresolved carries the practical stakes for travel, housing, and schools. Final verified rainfall totals for Brooklyn, northern New Jersey, the New York City and Long Island corridor, central Ohio and Dover, and weather the overnight 1 to 2 inch and broader 3 to 5 inch 3-day forecast verified. Repair timelines for the 30 destroyed cabanas at the Sun and Surf Beach Club. The condemned Superlodge with 13 units and Days Inn with 3 units, the former Keystone Building on North 4th Street and Eastern York High School and its auditorium ahead of the August 26 start. How long New York City subway flooding, street closures, and ground stops lasted, and when full service was restored, when power will be restored for the 60,000 customers in Northwest Indiana, and the full accounting of Alabama wind damage. Whether the depression south of Hawaii became a near-hurricane tropical storm, and what rainfall actually reached the Big Island, and the final National Weather Service ratings and path lengths for Dover at 105 miles per hour, Columbia at 100 miles per hour, and York County pending as EF2 at 120 miles per hour. Like and follow for more stories that matter.